What is up, y'all? It's V2 here. I'm at the crib today. Today's video is Playboi Carti is disgusting. I don't know what he has done recently at all. I know like the worst thing. I'm sorry for this chair like squeaking like a motherfucker, but yeah, I don't really know what's going on with Carti like at all as of recently. I believe that he's on tour. I seen like some video of him performing in Cali with like Kendrick, I think like a week ago. So I'm coming to this video completely clueless, and let's just figure out what this dude is on, I guess.
Hi everyone, Wathany Gross Tano here, and it's time to take a second, a minute, a moment to
Shout out to what's it called? Fantano.
We talk about Playboi Carti, rapper, songwriter extraordinaire, one of the hottest and most relevant and most in-demand artists at the moment. Someone whose shine is so bright, and
I'm never gonna forget when I Am Music came out because the anticipation for this album was like insane. And I remember the night of, like, I was there on my phone just waiting and waiting for him to drop. And I, like, for once I watched the Kai Cenat live stream. I don't really watch his live streams like that, but you know, he's still good at what he do. But I was just waiting for this album to drop. I think it didn't drop till like 6 in the morning. I fell asleep by like 4. But shout out Carti, bro. Like he's grown a lot, and like his fan base is, you know what I'm saying, they rock with him heavy.
Intense right now. Even a handful of mixed reviews and reactions to his latest LP.
And this album was alright too. I prefer a Whole Lotta Red more, preferably.
Music have not really been enough to slow this man's popularity and momentum. And as someone who has been very on the fence with a lot of his recent output, it's just been crazy to see the magnetism around this man in the music industry. Because not only is the support for him within his fandom seemingly undying, but the draw to him was obviously enough for artists like Kendrick Lamar to sync multiple features.
I was shook when this feature happened, and I was surprised he had like, what, like 3, I think they had 3 features of Kendrick Carti had on there, which is like wild. But
into his new album, and even called the guy his evil twin. I
think Backdoor's the best one.
And more recently, Carti did a live performance where he brought out not only Kendrick, but A$AP Rocky too, someone who he has a pretty, long-standing connections with. Now, this is all fine and well and good, but what I personally find to be disturbing and concerning is the continued deafening silence around stories like these, where it's been revealed that Carti is facing allegations and I guess charges over an assault that supposedly happened at the start of this month, October 2025, against his girlfriend and a limo driver, and
I am not hip about this at all, really.
Allegedly, Carti even threatened to shoot the driver. There's even dispatch audio around this ordeal that's leaked in the wake of this story getting out there. It would be one thing if this was like a completely isolated incident that didn't make sense in the, greater narrative or, context of Carti's character. But Carti has, in fact, faced allegations like this before.
The only thing I really heard about Carti was like, they say like, oh, he's not like a dad to his son, and then like apparently, let me know if I'm wrong, but was he the one that had like brought like his PlayStation to like the birth of his child, like at the hospital or something like that? Let me know if I'm tripping though. Maybe that was just a meme.
His ex-girlfriend Brandy Marion. Many Carti fans may know this as the story of him putting hands on and choking his pregnant girlfriend at the time, which for months and months and months now, there has been police body cam footage of, her interacting with authorities, retelling the goings on, the altercation, everything, showing injuries at her back and her throat.
How did he attack you?
I'm standing there, and he just ran up on me and grabbed me.
Let me know if she's known for anything too. I've never seen this woman before.
By my neck, pushed me down on the trees. I think I scraped my back.
Oh, so you was outside?
I can't really see.
Yeah.
Can you change the address?
I couldn't see. I would have just hurt them there. And then I get up, tried to get into my car, and then had someone else come and pull me out of my car, covering my mouth when I pressed the
The other dude was afraid of
No,
this.
it was a woman.
I'm actually kind of shocked hearing this, bro.
Oh, the other woman.
And there was 2 dudes also.
What does he do?
I don't even want to mention what he does.
Why not?
Just because it's just gonna escalate. It's just hard because they always, hold it against me, like, oh, you really want to ruin this person, like.
It's not holding it against you if he attacked you.
I know, but it's still like a part of me that's just like, this is my kid's dad, and it's just hard. It's just like, yeah, I don't want to call the police. I don't want to have to make a police report because you are the father of my child, but I don't really know what to do. So
let me know if y'all think this is real or not, bro. For real, I'm really trying to focus on her face expressions, and I can't really tell. And I don't like to accuse already, like, oh, she's lying or not. But it does feel kind of odd. But hey, I don't know the situation at all.
And they all, like, when I'm trying to call the police, they're like dragging me out of my car and covering my mouth, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do at that point.
Yeah, step out. He wants to take a picture of you.
A lot of the redness went down.
Yeah. Turn it off. Yeah, they go down. And we have marks here. And just the back one more time. Just so
You have bruises on your back too? Oh my goodness.
And these are real bruises, though. Like, is it from Carti is the real question.
Even more recently, there's actually been newly surfaced video of her talking about all of this at the station, too.
And so other than pushing you down and choking you, and I know you said you couldn't breathe.
I really hope this ain't true, though.
Yeah. Were you gasping for air and were you asking him to let you go?
I was trying to, but I couldn't even. I was scared. At that point, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die.
Oh, wow.
Or I'm gonna pass out or something.
In an absolutely tough to watch, heartbreaking moment, she goes on to describe being made to carry Carti's kid, even though she personally did not feel ready to do so.
So this time, when you found out you were expecting the baby, he wasn't happy.
This is what he wanted out of anything. I wasn't ready, but this is what he really wanted.
I really do feel bad for her.
So what's the problem?
I don't know. Just ever since I found out, it's been more aggressive and just mean. Before I was pregnant, he would always, I don't know, he would treat me better than he treated me now, just knowing that any second, I could leave him and do whatever I wanted. But now that I'm pregnant.
Wait, whoa, this is 2022. I'm just peeping. I don't know why I thought this was like recently. I think Fantano Def said years ago, but shit.
And this is what he told me. He's like, now that you're pregnant, you can't do that. So I feel, I don't know why he feels like that, but it's like he can do whatever and say whatever because I'm pregnant and I have to depend on
How many allegations like this been out about Carti for the past 3 years? I'm not hip.
Again, absolutely harrowing and frankly gut-wrenching stuff. And what feels so odd to me is just that there doesn't really seem to be much motion or discourse around these occurrences, around these stories, despite just how bad they are and how terrible they look. And I just don't really know why. It doesn't make sense. I mean,
That's really odd.
Oh, I get that cancel culture isn't really a thing, and moral outrage over artists doing terrible things. It's maybe not as big a thing as it was at one time, or maybe around the Me Too era. But by that same token, over the last 5 or 4 days on the internet, there's been more willingness and more virality around discussing things Tyler, the Creator, has done and said 10 years ago versus the things
If y'all haven't seen it, go watch my video on that too.
that Playboi Carti is being accused of doing right now. And again, it's perplexing. It doesn't really make sense. I mean, within the music publication industry, I can theorize that a lot of it has to do with the fact that there isn't really a whole lot of accountability going on within his audience. And if these stories, bringing them to light, isn't going to cause his audience to think or do or say anything, change their listening habits or their point of view in any way, way, then maybe it's kind of pointless to talk about it. Maybe we don't want to piss his fan base off or potentially alienate them in terms of being able to, you know, engage them in other pieces of music discussion. But personally, I think that's a really shitty way to choose and editorialize around whether or not these stories should be discussed.
Yeah, bro, that's terrible.
You know, you talk about ongoing issues to the degree that you can based on the fact that they are ongoing, not based on whether or not you get the result or the outcome you want immediately after bringing them up for the first time. And also, I feel like in the past, and surely this is going to be a reaction people have to this video too, I'm obviously going to face accusations that like, I just want Carti's career to be over because I don't like him and so on and so forth. When in reality, I would really just like for him to be doing better and for him to face some kind of accountability for his alleged actions. Again, to bring it back to Tyler, the creator, there was a point in time where I didn't really like his antics. I didn't really like his music. And while surely to this day, he's like far from a perfect person, I don't think he would profess to be as such. He has matured a lot personally and artistically and doesn't really conduct himself in the same way that he did back in 2012, 13, 14. And personally, I would like to reach that same place with Playboi Carti too. But stories like this coming up again and again and continuing to see deafening silence on the Brandy stuff in addition to that, that doesn't make me feel like we're going in that direction. Even with people like Kendrick now in his circle, who, if some of you guys remember, I was told that Kendrick connecting with him, surely that was going to create a situation where, you know, he could be talked to or reasoned with.
People were really hating for the fact that Kendrick collabed with Cardi because they're like, how do you have all these morals and then you work with a guy that doesn't care about his kids? And they probably, well, yeah, I think kids, yeah. And then I guess the dude is doing all this stuff too, allegedly. You feel me? And I think it's kind of hard to have an artist come out and defend themselves when something is alleged. I don't know. I'm just guessing it's like they have lawyers to a point like, hey, don't say nothing about this situation until, you know, court comes up. So maybe that's the deal. But these allegations really suck, and I don't know though. It doesn't sit well with me at all. So I really hope they're not true.
With or mentored. Yeah, again,
At the same time, I do feel bad for the girl because she looked like she really was bruised up. You just never know, you know.
Considering that happened a while back, and now this story is coming out from the start of this month. I don't know if the Kendrick Lamar mentorship is going well. This is just so fucking embarrassing for everyone involved. And I don't know why, because we enjoy the music that certain people make, we have to like turn a blind eye to the things that they do. Personally, there are tons of
This you shouldn't, man.
of favorite records that I have, classic records that I know and love, where the artists involved have done terrible things long ago, maybe even before I was born. But just because that's
And let me know, guys, do you guys separate the artist and the music? Or like, you know, if the artist did something that's really screwed up, messed up, you don't listen to them at all anymore? Let me know.
the case doesn't mean I can't acknowledge those wrongdoings or expect or hope for or push for better. If that
I ain't gonna lie, I still be playing David. I'm not gonna lie. But sometimes it feels right, sometimes it feels wrong. I don't know. Until it's proven, I probably may just stop completely. But let me not get off topic.
that artist is still alive, engaging in that behavior and active today. And it just sort of seems like right now with Carti, there's little to
I feel like I just exposed myself.
no expectations, which is sad and unfortunate, not only because of what that says societally, but continuing to benefit despite behaviors and actions like these is obviously going to send the message that, like, you know, there's not really any issue or problem with doing stuff like this. So yes, an absolutely terrible and disappointing update to
This is bad, man. And I hope a lot of the Playboi Carti fans do see this and be like, oh, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, like, I feel like some people are just so locked in as, like, let me find my words to say it. Some people are just obsessed with, like, artists so much to the point where they don't care about what they do. And it's a pretty bad thing to me, because to me at least, it feels like you're just idolizing this person, and no matter what they do wrong, they do the most like terrible thing in the world, you're gonna somehow justify it. Instead, you should know that this is a wrong thing to do. Let me know if you think the music should be still be played or not. The reason why I'm like on both sides of it is only because like I do believe some artists have songs that help people get through things. It could be like heartbreak, depression, or whatever. And some people really have to go, well, they don't have to because you got God anyways, but some people really get back to calming themselves down to listen to specific songs. And so happily, this artist did this or that. And it's really tough, you know what I'm saying? So I don't judge anyone. I hope these allegations are not true. And yeah, man, I don't know. That's really all I gotta say. All I can hope is that there's justice for all these allegations, and you know what I'm saying, then that comes to the Playboi Carti stuff, David stuff, and whatever is going on. I just hope there's justice and the truth reveals itself.